Briefly, this study was a non-experimental design study, and the intervention was that each child studied had received a cochlear implant prior to the study. The sample was 14 girls and 5 boys ages 9 or 12 years old who have a cochlear implant. The subjects were chosen based on convenience for this study. There are 3 reliable and valid measurements of the client's satisfaction level. Data was collected using the child's sense of coherence scale, or the CSOC scale, the network map, and the Strengths and Difficulties Questionnaire, or SDQ test. Each of these tests had a high internal consistency. The results of the study was that the SDQ scores indicated that complaints of psychosomatic symptoms were not frequent in the emotional symptom subscale, but new situations and many fears indicated emotional difficulties for many children. The children claimed to get better with adults than with people of their own age or peer problems. About half the children reported difficulties in concentrating and standing still for a long time. Some of them had conduct problems such as anger and loss of temper. 4 of the children rated themselves in a way that indicated mental ill health on total difficulties. Concerning the network map, children in mainstream school had a larger network and more closeness in the network compared with children in a special school. The CSOC study showed that the SOC of children with cochlear implants seemed to be comparable to that of hearing children in community samples. The conclusion of the study indicated that total network closeness was correlated to more strengths and less emotional symptoms. Closeness in the school sector correlated to good mental health and high sense of coherence. Implications for treatment include increased screening for psychological issues among children with cochlear implants and an increased emphasis on the importance of a strong social network for children with cochlear implants. The emphasis is maintaining or increasing social networking for children with cochlear implants. There were several limitations that were openly admitted in the study. They include that this population has not been frequently studied, the sample group was very small, and the children's language abilities were low. I did not recognize any other limitations than these. I really enjoyed reading this article and learning more about this particular research study. The implications of the study for service delivery or treatment is significant. The article contributed to my knowledge of the specific aspect of mental health covered by this article, mainly the connection between social network strength and pediatric mental health levels among children with a disability. The results of this study could be generalized beyond the samples by encouraging strong community involvement among other groups of people with specific disabilities. For instance, encouraging sports participation among amputees as a way to be social. I really enjoyed this article, and I hope you enjoyed this article review.